What's going on, guys? Bankrupt Games here with more Elden Ring and the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. Last episode when we left off, we made our way through the start of the church district and it ended up looping back round to the main sort of storehouse section that we've been through over the last couple of episodes, which I didn't expect to do really, but we did sort of fully complete that section. We did also find our way down here behind the Shadow Keep, which is really cool. Didn't really venture out there though, so we've got that to look forward to in the future. But along the way down there was also a door that we couldn't open. Didn't even like we could interact with it, so we'll have to keep that in mind and maybe check on it periodically to see if there's anything interesting on the other side of that. But I think this episode we're going to head down back to the church district and figure out what else is down here and make sure to sort of fully explore that area. I think we'll use our big sword for a couple more episodes and then maybe think about swapping it over for another DLC weapon. I am really enjoying this weapon, so I know we can always fall back on it if we don't find much use out of the next weapon we try. Because it's definitely been my favourite that I've used so far. Especially with that Ash of War. It's very good in a lot of situations. I feel like it's made the last couple of sections much easier. Let's obviously see somewhere we can't access yet until we lower the water level. There was another fire knight down here. We also got some fire knight ashes last episode, so I recommend going back and watching that if you haven't seen it, to see where we got those. Another reign of an unsung hero. We got one of those last episode as well. Not quite sure how I managed to miss that doorway. It went flying. Like I said, I am really enjoying this weapon. It's definitely been my favourite so far in the DLC. So we'll definitely fall back on it if we don't enjoy our next weapon. Don't want to interact with that just yet in case it affects the water level. So I think we'll head over to the start of this area and see if we can jump across. There was like a floating tree. It looked like it headed to some other items down there. Check this out first, just making sure we're doing everything in the area. It's got to be a putrid avatar. Hopefully he doesn't break any of these logs. Hopefully he can't reach us and knock us off as well. Didn't notice that was a legendary item, but great grave glowthwort. Always a nice find. So I think that is pretty much everything. I think it'll be quicker just running over to where that lever just was than going back from the site of grace. I have a feeling I'm going to have to fight this guy. He didn't see us, that's good. Got pretty good hyper armor as well, so we can still attack through enemies' attacks. Really nice feature of the larger weapons. Put that in here. You can also use any gravity sorceries or ashes of war to stun those guys so they land on the ground. Very satisfying to do if there's a group of them. So it looks like we've got quite a lot more to explore. But in typical FromSoftware fashion, I don't think it's going to be very safe for us. Now I'm wondering as well if we can jump back on that statue. Let's get whatever that item was. Now the water is gone. I didn't want to risk it before the water was there. Still plenty of places for us to drop down. There's a drop down there. Don't know if we can make it back up though. I'm just going to have a quick check where we came from. Just to see if there's anything else. Looks like it's just leads on from that statue. No, shadow tree fragment. Very nice. Cool, says it reduces the FP cost to summon spirits there. And then there's a talisman that increases our incantations of Mesmer. No, it's a sacred seal. Not sure how the incantation scaling compares. That's not actually very great at the moment. Not sure how it would level up. Golden grease there, potentially a very useful item. And I don't know if this is that door that we couldn't open before. I don't know if we're low enough for it to sort of match up. There's an elevator there. Just want to see what's in the other direction first. Guessing this just goes back up here. Yep. And then this looks like where that putrid avatar was. At least I think it was a putrid avatar. Either that or it's the fish from Resident Evil 4. Which would be a crossover I wasn't expecting. Just waiting for something to jump out at us. Looks like there's that site of grace that we saw when we lowered the water level. roll there. Laugh again? No. He's going to laugh, obviously. Can we take them out with critical? Again, not my best work. But got the job done. Got a mantle of thorns there. So this is like a cloaking type spell from other sort of games, magic systems in those. Basically it gives you the armour of thorns from the Dark Souls series. They don't tend to be the most useful things whenever I've seen them in games. So we might mess around with that, but I'm not expecting it to be anything mind-blowing. Guessing this is another lift back up to the level above us where we started. Yep. May as well rest at this site of grace here. So I think for now we'll carry on exploring this sort of main area, and then looking at that other path where the lift was, where we sort of dropped down in this building, I think it is, where the Fire Knight summoned a couple of dudes. Wondered what that was then. Again, I'm just waiting for something to jump out at us. Another ulcerated tree spirit. This one isn't going as well. Obviously still a hit. Cool. Alright, so occultation there. So it's interesting that it isn't just a single item. Yeah, you can obtain more than one. So I don't know if there'll be other NPCs that we'll run into maybe that we can give them to. But if there's another eye of occultation, I assume there's going to be another eye of grace, or whatever it was called, that we gave to the first person we ran into. Where we just were. So I'm not sure if we've done all of this sort of section. I don't know, that firelight comes back. No. Potentially a nice little soul farm. No, there isn't really any sites of grace that are really nearby. I don't think. Unless I'm forgetting something. I think that's everything that was in that bottom area. Another very long elevator here. Going to rest and refill our flasks. This is cool. Very foreboding area. Said last episode, it's been quite a while since I've actually played Elden Ring because I've been quite busy. Got another Iris of Grace there, so yeah, I was right. But yeah, it's been quite a while since I've played Elden Ring, so I have missed the sort of environments and exploration. America's room. And I have actually seen this, and I know there is a boss waiting here for us. This area also looked like a boss, but I think, if I remember correctly, they're actually sort of like a higher level boss from what I saw in the video. So we might leave this and come back, but don't worry, I won't forget about it. I am going to, however, check on that door and see if we can now open it, because the water has been drained out. I'm guessing there's a lever we can pull. Yep, just very dark. Might take a while for this lift. we still can't interact with it. The only other thing I thought is when Mesmer gets taken out, so I'll make sure to come back here after that. Still got to figure out how to get down here. So that's after we take out Mesmer. Make our way outside that section. It's all sort of walled off from each other. We also need to figure out how we get into this section. I don't think there's anything else for us to discover down here. Don't know, let's have a look down here. Yeah, I'm not sure where to go. So I think, looking at how long this episode has been, here's a good place to wrap it up. We've done quite a lot of exploration, and then we might be able to get some boss fights done next episode. We just don't want this episode to drag out too long. But thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this episode and been enjoying the series so far. If you have been enjoying the series, make sure to like and subscribe for more, and then that way you won't miss out on anything. Also, let me know down in the comments below if there's anything you'd like me to show off, or if there's anything you think I've missed. That's always appreciated. But thanks again for watching. I always appreciate having you guys here, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode.